Hey there, this is January 5th, 2022, and this is January 5th, 1977. Hey everybody, how are you? I like to point this out, bring it out every once in a while. Actually, it's a picture up on my wall in my office. This was my first, I call it butcher shop. Okay, right after school, right after college. Cranked out a couple degrees, masters and bachelors. I headed up to the subarctic and lived for almost 3 years amongst the Chippewyans of the Dene Nation. And you know what? You know how we actually got our food? Well, animals wandering around in the wintertime, caribou. Yep, caribou, spruce grouse, ptarmigan, lake trout, whitefish, got a moose one year, that sort of thing. So there were no grocery stores to run to. There's no Sobeys or Publix or whatever along that side. But it really was a revelation for me. It really was this thing which I just knew I needed to get on with life. All I knew how to do since I was 5 years old was be a student and a runner. And I just was not suited for that life anymore. It was like, okay, time to grow and build. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, 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 go. So it's a great opportunity because I was looking into the future. I was saying, what could I do today that's going to make my life a little bit better in the future? That's what this video is about a little bit, because during these first few days of January, I've certainly seen a lot of advice coming from a lot of folks trying to monetize something or other, and really downplay a little bit of what I call common sense and your own ability, your own innate drive to make your life better. And they've got some good advice, don't get me wrong. I made a list of some of the things I keep seeing over and over again. Things like think about what you want, not what you lack, right? Focus your mind on your goals, right? Ignore the bad news in the media, write your goals down, keep a journal, wake up early, make your bed, be careful of the people you surround yourself with. This is good advice, but they're missing the one fundamental thing, the foundation of everything. I mean, everything at all. And it's this one thing. And if you take this and you take it to heart, I'm telling you, it'll make all the difference in the world to you, regardless of where you are in your station in life. Okay, that's it. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what, where you've come from, your education status. It doesn't matter. Okay, this one thing in life will set a foundation for a spectacular a growth path for you. But it's oftentimes downplayed because a lot of people that you're surrounded with and your educators and such that way just really aren't really plugged into it. So here it is. Say what you have to do is you have to get ahead of yourself. Now, I know that doesn't make much sense right off the bat, but basically that's it. You have to get ahead of yourself. What do I mean by that? You have to ask yourself the questions as you're looking out and at the things that you're doing today. How does this improve my future self? See, in the past, you've disappointed yourself. I've disappointed myself. Everybody has. You've done actions today that you look back at, from a day from now and say, boy, why did I do that? Right? Let's say you were getting ready for a meeting, but then some buddies came along and said, hey, let's go on out. Let's, the club's hopping. Let's go make some stuff happen. You do. And then you realize the next day, you're really not prepared for the meeting or the things that you're going to present. Or perhaps it's, you skipped a workout or two, and then you're just looking at the next day or the next week, particularly if you're in competition, you're going, I shouldn't have done that, right? Because you're not looking at the future self. And you have to ask yourself, what am I putting in my body today? And how's that going to affect me in the future? Okay. Why am I walking around in the sense of trepidation and fear today? And it's probably because of the things that you didn't prepare for in the past. That's all. So you can't do anything about the past, but what you can do is look at today and say, how do these things affect me 3, 4, 5 years from now? And if you choose, you have to ask yourself, what are the things I'm doing today that'll make me totally independent 4 or 5 years from now? Okay. Am I really just plugged into a methodology in which I'm just going to make a living and pay the bills and just get by? Or I'm going to go out and try to design a life rather than just make a living. That's what this was about. Okay, that's it gave me a grub stake. It gave me the ability and the flexibility to go and to do something completely different for the rest of my life, because I was not going to plug in to what we'll call the standard model of go to school, which I went, get good grades, which I did, go out and get a safe, secure job with benefits, which I didn't do, live below your means, which really I sort of did, but not completely, right? Prepare for retirement. Well, in different ways, not just socking money away and that's it, and just go 40 years, but prepare for retirement to have positive cash flow for the rest of my life, which I did. Okay, so what does this mean for us? Why am I saying this to you? Because really, unless you're really plugged into a group of people to help you support that, in other words, if you can embrace this idea of getting ahead of yourself, okay, if you can embrace this idea that I want to look back at my life with just gratitude, not regret, if you want to really do that, then what you'll want to do, really what you'll want to do, not that you should do, I'm just saying what you'll want to do, if you choose to live life on your own terms, again, regardless of where you are, station in life, I don't care how old you are, if you're 25 or you're 65, it really doesn't matter. Here's what you have to decide to do, that I'm going to surround myself with a group of people that are really dedicated to providing a pathway to design my life rather than to just direct my life. Okay, you're going to direct your life. You just have to have the tools in order to design your life. It doesn't mean you can't do it on your own. It's just a heck of a lot harder to do it on your own. It's a heck of a lot harder to run a 2:10 marathon than it is to run a 3-hour marathon. And a 3-hour marathon is a heck of a lot harder than to just watch a marathon. Okay, so it all depends on where you are in life, what's going on. This was an epic adventure. My life continued from that point as an epic adventure all over the world, living life to its fullest in happiness and health. And today, I am really encouraging you to look at where you are today. Where do you want to be 4 years from now? And if you need a tool in order to do it, which I suspect 99% of the population does, get hold of me. All right, everybody. That's it. Camp Cameron. This is almost the original one, I guess. All right. Take care.